Well, my name is Cathy Albro, and I'm running for Congress in the 3rd District here in Michigan. And what I'm doing is I'm working really, really hard to meet everybody I can possibly meet and make sure that the people who are volunteering for me have a chance to talk to people all over this huge district. It's a district of about, 750,000 people, but 4 counties. It's most of Kent, although it's gerrymandered, all of Berry, all of Ionia, and all of Calhoun County, which is Battle Creek and a lot more, Albion and Marshall and many other little towns in Calhoun County. And also a little bit of Montcalm County around Greenville. That's another gerrymandered area as well. So we have a lot of territory to cover, a lot of people to talk to, and Election Day, when this is being recorded, is only 4 weeks from today. So we have a lot to do in 4 weeks. But we've been working at this for many, many months, and I have just loved being on the campaign trail and attending meetings where I'm learning so many new things that I never would have known if I just stayed at home and didn't pursue this. And I'm meeting so many wonderful people. There are so many hardworking, very smart, incredible people that care so much about other people. It's very inspiring to me to meet so many people that care. And that's why I'm running too, because I really do care about people too. And I think that this country right now needs people in Congress who deeply care about everyone, especially people who are struggling to make ends meet, who are working really hard but just cannot get past living paycheck to paycheck and are not able to invest or save money for the future. They don't have time for their families because they're working so many hours a week at a minimum wage. Many of them that I've talked to take mass transit, and so they spend an hour going one way to work or back. That's family time that they're not getting. So I'm really running so that I can help build strong, healthy families and strong, healthy communities. And I think that is a nonpartisan issue. That is really something that everyone can get behind, whether you're an urban or a rural or a suburban person, whether you're low, middle, or high socioeconomic group person. That's something that everybody can get behind, because it's not good for people to be living in poverty. Even, if people had more money, they could invest in buying more stuff, buying more services, paying higher taxes. I believe that we need to focus on education. I'm a former teacher, and I've worked all over the country with other teachers, helping them develop active learning curriculum that engages their students. And what I saw was something that has made me want to run for Congress, and that is that the children that need the most from our educational system are getting the least, a lot less than the more advantaged children living in affluent neighborhoods. So that's a number one goal of mine in Congress, is to make sure the Department of Education holds every state accountable for equity. And also on the campaign trail, I hear about health care very, very much every single day. Many people bring up health care, and if they're not touched by it, they know someone who has been, who hasn't had enough money to go to the doctor, and by the time they do, their cancer or whatever they have has progressed beyond a point of being able to be healthy and get back to a healthy life, and that's not right. I really do believe that everyone is entitled to health care, and we can actually save money if we all are in the same pool. That means that there will be no health insurers, if we have single payer. So we can save about 25% of profit and CEO pay, compared to single payer that costs about 4%, the overhead on that. So that's quite a bit of savings. We can also save money in healthcare by negotiating better pricing for our drugs, prescription drugs, because right now we're paying so much more than Europe and Canada because we have each little insurance company negotiating their prices. But we would have a lot more buying power if we had one single payer to negotiate those prices, and also standardized pricing for medical procedures. I read an article a couple weeks ago about research in Wisconsin where a knee replacement is $50,000. But this researcher spent 18 months checking real costs of a knee replacement, and what he found was that it was $10,500. So where is the rest of that money going? We need to be looking at the real costs of these services and making sure that we're not overcharged. Research that Grand Valley did last year found that in some medical procedures in Grand Rapids are 30% higher than they are in Detroit. Why is that? We need to get to the bottom of that. So in Congress, I hope that we can start working on a real solution for health care, something that is very long-term, that won't go through repeal and replacement every 4 years. And if we work together on that, everybody working together, we can solve that. And we can make sure that we're not spending more money than we need to, that people with pre-existing conditions are covered. People don't have to worry about trying to get into Medicaid. I've heard so many horror stories about how long it takes to be covered with Medicaid and all the attorney fees and all of that trying to acquire Medicaid, and we can simplify it. So there are lots of solutions for that. I also believe, I could go on, the economy is, actually we have two economies in this country. We have the economy for the investor class, the people that are doing very well right now. And then we have an economy for the rest of us who are living paycheck to paycheck. And those are the people that we need to be thinking about in Congress and making sure that they have a livable wage, that they're not working so many hours, that they, just to be able to afford a place to live and to put food on the table. But again, health care, if we can make sure we have health care, then that would be an expense that many people would not have, and that would be good. So climate change, toxins in our environment, gun violence prevention, money in politics, making sure we have a campaign finance reform bill as soon as possible so that everybody can run for Congress. I'm not rich, and I haven't raise that much money, but I really think we're going to win on less than $100,000 maybe. So let's get out there and vote. Some of you are voting now, absentee. The rest of you vote November 6th. Thank you so much.